Championship, that's just
a shame. Well, at least on the main roster.
Going back, I don't want to take away from what we were originally talking about, but who do you think should be main eventing WrestleMania? Final answer.
In my opinion, Styles Nakamura.
In my opinion, Roman and
Lesnar.
So, two for two right there. Only say Roman because I'm one of only Roman's 5 supporters.
I'm a bit of a hater. I'm actually a huge hater, but I could be unbiased for a second and say
they need to have somebody.
The only reason I don't want that match to main event is because then he's tying or beating, I think it's tying, Hogan's record of main eventing 4 WrestleManias in a row. And like, what the hell are you trying to prove?
You know what? You sold me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch it right now. Because you guys, I forgot how I feel about the Universal Championship.
Well, it's not just, it has nothing to do with the title.
I do. It has zero prestige.
It has to do with the match.
As far as all the titles go, it's got the least prestige out of all the titles, and I'm talking even the United States Championship. I put that belt over the Universal Championship.
Well, let's see. Finn Balor, who was supposed to originally have it, injured, had to give it up the next night.
I'm glad that he didn't, though, because I had a chance to take a step back and be like, this is the most
I'm not glad he didn't.
Title I've ever heard of or seen.
I'm not glad he didn't. He might have gave that title some prestige, but next thing you know, KO has a long, lackluster run as a heel, freaking jobbing the fucking whole time, and then ends up losing to Goldberg, and Goldberg's passed it to Lesnar, where it's been for more than those other guys combined, times, 3?
Again.
It's freaking ridiculous. So yeah, I see why
he deserves it.
I see why you're right.
Bring up
about
Brock
the prestige
Lesnar.
of that title.
I think that's a good place to go to on our next venture into the land of professional wrestling
/ UFC.
Not gonna happen. All right, you guys, it's not gonna happen.
It's a 50-50 chance, man.
Not gonna happen. If he goes to the UFC, he has to sit
after
for
Lesnar.
years. He has to sit. Yeah. Cannot do nothing for years. He's not going to do that. He's not going to be able to collect a paycheck. And if he does collect a paycheck, shame on you, Dana White, because you're giving this man tons of money for sitting on his ass for 3 fucking years.
Over steroids.
Yes.
Man. And all because you didn't want to pay Mark
Brock
Hunt.
Lesnar knows this.
I have a question. When Mark Hunt asked for that winnings money?
No, he never got it.
I know. Is that part of the reason why he's suspended for 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's cool. That makes sense.
Yeah, he got suspended because he went into that match as a fucking...
There is another option. Complete retirement. Lesnar's just fine. You see that thing? You see that happening?
No. He's a competitor.
Yeah.
He's going to compete.
He's going to do something?
I don't know if he can get his...
In my opinion,
his time taken off, or if they can include this time, and maybe he's just such a big dumb jock he doesn't know.
In my opinion,
and he might not know, and he may think he has all this power, but I'm telling you right now, Vince is not dumb. He does his contract right now.
Yeah, Vince ain't dumb either.
Vince is not fucking the same. Vince is on an intelligence scale, is the smartest person in every room that he's in when it comes to this shit.
Well, in my opinion, if Lesnar does re-sign a contract, he's a little bit like The Undertaker in the point of his career. Where he obviously doesn't need a title to be over. He should just...
Oh, that title's gone.
Completely demolish the mid-card.
That title is gone.
I know.
After Mania, Roman Reigns, you get it.
Universal Champion, obviously.
And all the things that he said going into the match is why I say that this match has the most legit heat.
Yeah, but still.
Out of all of it, because they're calling Lesnar out for what he is, and he is exactly what everybody's saying. He is a dick for not being part of the everyday shit. Oh, excuse me.
Well, not just that. Vince is a dick for fucking trying to force Roman Reigns down our throat. In my opinion, those are 2 good enough reasons that should not be the main event. It might not have the most heat, but... if Cena and Taker does happen, that could easily be the main event.
I don't think so.
Why not? Taker main evented WrestleMania last year.
Because okay, so Taker, he did. Taker and Reigns, yeah, that was the main event. Yeah,
it's one of Reigns' 3 in a row.
So you say Taker, Cena. Well, if it is Taker, then yeah. But if it's American Badass, Marcus Calloway, Taker.
Tell me it makes sense for him to come out as the Phenom still. No, that's stupid. He retired the Phenom last year. If he wrestles one more match, he should win.
But that's why.
And what's wrong with winning as the American Badass?
That's why he's not the main event then. If he's not Undertaker, then he's not the main event Taker.
Cena needs to go full-blown heel. I want to see the Doctor of Thugonomics versus the American Badass.
That's awesome, and I support you in that decision, and I agree with you, but that's not a main event match then. If it's Undertaker,
Vince,
main event match.
Tell that to Vince. Last year, Reigns and beating Taker wasn't a main event match. The streak was already over.
It was Undertaker, and it was supposed to be his last ride. And it was in.
It's still the Undertaker.
It's still the Undertaker. No, it's not. It's debilitated Undertaker.
He's 53. He should be. That's why the memes
are
great.
It's not the same Undertaker.
Go
and fucking jump over the top rope, Undertaker. Already? If you're still the Undertaker, jump over the top rope.
The only reason they're contemplating this match and giving us this storyline is because Cena's one of the safest worker he could possibly go against.
I would be afraid if he goes old school in that match.
Calm down, killer. You're supposed to be a Taker fan, and you're
Undertaker's my favorite wrestler.
All right, well then you don't think he can?
He passed the torch to Roman.
Match? He passed the torch to Roman. You've seen
he makes little dude make an appearance at a 25th anniversary Raw. That I'm okay with.
Be a Grand Slam champion, but
fucking
Cena
tombstone somebody if you could still tombstone somebody.
In my opinion,
do not come out of retirement for a match.
Cena's very still much the face of WWE. A lot of ways. Passing what torch? I mean, Cena be losing to Reigns, be putting him over, but in my opinion, merchandise, the only AJ Styles passed Cena, not Roman Reigns. There might be a torch passing, quote unquote, but face of WWE in many ways is still Cena.
I agree with you again. Damn. You're making a case for this being the main event. If it is the main event, don't tell us nothing about nothing until Cena's in the ring at the end of the night and he's sitting there like, okay, Undertaker, I'm here. Where you at? And then the lights go out and the Undertaker comes out. Real Undertaker. Don't spoil it on Raw. Do not spoil it on anything else. Make it happen at WrestleMania. Make it a fucking Hardy Boys moment.
Yeah, like last year, you mean?
Do it. Fucking, if you're going to do it and you're doing it the way that you already are, fucking make it to where Cena is out in the thing with hundreds of thousands of people.
I see what you're saying, because kayfabe's almost completely dead in a day like today. And I have a pretty good feeling Daniel Bryan was cleared at least a month ago, man, because he couldn't.
No.
Okay, yeah. You're back from. They didn't want you to wrestle, and then that bad. Took you that long to go through that many doctors. He might have known
a few weeks.
And then
he might have known a month. He might have known a month, but the WWE probably didn't officially release it until the day of.
And they still haven't given us an idea of what his match is going to be. It's probably going to be a tag team match.
Fucking, yeah, that's
him and Shane versus KO.
That's why this Mania is going to be so huge. I'm telling you, this Mania is. I don't need to sell this Mania. This Mania sells itself. This is the best Mania in 10 years, easily. 10. Hands down. Hands 10. Down.
10.
Yeah, okay, 20.
Well, let's see.
This 20 is going a little too far.
15.
About 15.
15, 17.
Yeah, 15.
This is 34 and 17 was obviously the
This is
best
a
WrestleMania
huge WrestleMania. For me, WrestleMania 12 was...
I think it's funny that WrestleMania 17 was... pretty much the greatest card of all time. Stephanie McMahon came up with it, and here we are at 34.
I'm going to have to watch WrestleMania 17.
Here we are at 34, and 17 times 2. It's just as great.
This is going to
be... Well, hopefully, anyways. It's got the potential to be.
On paper, this is the best WrestleMania in, like I said, You say 15, I say 10. Probably 15 is more accurate. I'll say 15. Fuck it. It's the best WrestleMania in 15 years.
At least.
That is saying something. And it could only get better because talent is getting hot outside of the WWE.
They had to step their game up, obviously.
Everybody should be excited for what's about to go down in 2 weeks from today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm pumped, man. So, NXT TakeOver, looking good for Saturday. Everything looking good for Sunday. But back to the Brock Lesnar talk. He's not going to be... He's going to have to sit. He's going to have to resign with WWE, period. And he's going to probably have to resign with WWE on a more strenuous basis for him because he doesn't want to make so many appearances. But now he doesn't have so much power.
He's just going to be destroying...
He thinks he has power because he's a big dumb jock.
He's going to be destroying the upper mid card.
But he don't got power because Dana White isn't going to sign him to sit on his couch.
Yeah, I know. And then he's going to have to put over guys like Strowman, Lars Sullivan, maybe even Samoa Joe or something.
He'll probably cash him out with like $5-6 million for one fight. And that'll be badass. I mean, for 41-year-old fucking Brock Lesnar at the time of his...
Who does Lesnar going to win a fight then? You have to wait.
John Jones.
They have a lot of beef?
It would be the biggest fight in the history of fights.
Hey, calm down, killer.
No, I'm serious.
And fights, I don't know.
I'm serious. John Jones, everybody wants to see. They both would want to see.
It all depends on the hype.
Out.
We should know this, not just about fighting, but it's about the hype.
Brock Lesnar is the biggest selling piece the UFC has ever had.
Remember when everybody thought Mayweather and Pacquiao was, and it was at the time, obviously supposed to be the biggest fight of all time, that they waited too long for that to happen.
Boxing's dead.
Well, shit.
I'm not bringing up boxing. As far as fights go, we talk UFC now, and that's where it's at when it comes to fights. Now that Mayweather's
apparently boxing's really rested in peace. If there's a lot of rumor talk about Mayweather getting in the octagon.
Oh, that would be the biggest mistake of his life.
Yeah,
that would be the dumbest thing he ever did. I mean, kudos to him if he did it, but it would be the dumbest fucking thing he's ever done in his life.
Phil Brooks, on the other hand, good job. Bake you a cake. At least you tried.
Oh, dude, I'm all in for All In with CM Punk.
Dude,
if CM Punk is actually going to be at All In, the All In pay-per-view brought to you by Cody motherfucking Rhodes, then off of a bet with Dave Meltzer,
Cody Rhodes' dream can
easily, the Wrestling Observer,
probably easily come true, and he could just straight up thank Phil Brooks for that. Thank you, man. Prove Dave Meltzer wrong. High
five. And he would probably do it exactly about the way that you just did that. Or he'd be fucking Diamond Dallas Page himself. Self high five. We did it. We did it. By me. I did it.
Oh, man.
Cody Rhodes, dude. Like I said, talent is getting so hot outside of WWE with New Japan and
Ring of Honor.
Which New Japan lost Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio should be cleared by WrestleMania to make an appearance.
Yeah,
and
but
I'm digging what you're saying with the Cruiserweight.
Yeah, title. But they want him to work full time, and he's going to want to work part time, so I don't see that working out.
What?
Mysterio
is going to want to work part time?
Yeah, but I could see him maybe showing up just to get a big pop out of the crowd.
I could see him showing up and doing the same thing with the Cruiserweight title that Brock is doing with the Universal title.
Maybe, yeah. Be that version of the 205 Live.
Yeah, he's the guy who you got to call up, and the champ shouldn't be so visible anyway. That's one thing I do like about Brock Lesnar. The fact that he's not there every week. When he does show up, and he does what he did on Raw last week. Gets you excited,
yeah.
Holy cool. Shit.
But
so I kind of dig it. I'm not saying that he needs to be gone from TV so much, and he should do more house shows. But Brock does house shows. He like 2 or 3 a month, but he does house shows at least once a month, I think.
Yeah. But he's getting paid all kinds of money to work 2-3 days a month, maybe 4. And he's gotten actually a lot better. The fans that were shitting